I'm out here at North Park's walking path. I don't know whether you knew that North Park had a walking path, and I'm here for a reason. Steps. We've almost become obsessed with steps in our culture today. Do you have something that keeps track of the number of steps that you take? And it's interesting, in our culture, we celebrate, even memorialize first steps. Have you noticed that? Like a baby. When a baby takes their first step, we're all there with a camera just making sure that we have it all for our records. Even historic first steps we remember, don't we? 50 plus years ago in July 1969, astronaut Neil Armstrong stepped off of the lunar capsule and took that first step onto the surface of the moon. And we remember it today and we celebrate it today. Even in mass media, in films and movies. Do you remember the movie Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade? Do you remember when Indy comes up to this canyon and he's just about to reach where the Holy Grail is, but he's got this chasm between him. And he's forced to make a decision. Does he take a step of faith, even though he may land in the canyon? Or does he believe that there will be a path there? And surprisingly, there's a path that appears that's camouflaged. Do you know, in the Bible, there are stories of first steps. We looked at one last week, and this week we're going to look at another one. It involves the religious leaders of the day, the priests, and them being faced with a decision of whether they would take a first step out in faith that would eventually lead to the Israelite people getting to the promised land, the land that God had for them. This week, as we continue in our series, Now What? Moving Beyond the Normal We Knew, we're going to unpack that story a little bit. And we're going to look at how that first step of faith that the priests made impacted the Israelite people and their future. And we're going to be challenged with how it impacts us and the ramifications it has for our faith today. So will you join us this Sunday as we continue in our series this fall at North Park Fanshawe?